You already know how to tap and swipe on your iPhone. You do it all the time. But did you know there are tons of extra hidden gestures available to you on your iPhone that most owners have absolutely no idea about? In this video, I'm going to show you 20 of them. Okay, let's get into it. Most people don't know about these gestures that make moving apps around your home screen much easier. To move more than one item, long press the first app as normal and start dragging it. But instead of dropping it and going back for the others, use another finger to tap any additional apps that you want to include. This creates a stack, so you can move all of them at once. If you want to put that stack into a folder, don't hover over the folder and chase it around the screen. While still holding the stack, use another finger to tap the folder and open it, then simply drop the stack straight into it. The same trick works when moving apps between pages. Instead of holding them at the left or right edge and waiting for your iPhone to move across, keep hold of the apps and use your other finger to swipe to the next page yourself. Then let go as normal, and the apps will drop exactly where you want them. Most people know that if you're in the camera app and you long press the shutter button, your iPhone will instantly start recording a video without you switching to video mode. But hardly anyone knows about the extra gesture hidden inside it. While the video is recording and you're still holding the shutter button, slide your thumb or finger up or down the screen. Moving up zooms in, while moving down zooms out. It's perfect for when you're filming one-handed and you want to frame the shot without using your other hand. The Photos app hides a much faster gesture for selecting a large batch of photos. Tap Select in the top right corner, then drag diagonally from the top left to the bottom right of the group that you want. This selects the whole batch without you tapping each photo individually or dragging across every row. If the selection includes any photos that you don't want, simply tap them individually to deselect them. By the way, if you enjoy learning little quick wins like the ones in this video, you should absolutely subscribe to the Daily Swipe, my free daily email. I send you a tip for the iPhone every day. It takes about a minute to read and implement, and it's a great way to really get to know your iPhone. Sign up via the QR code on screen or the link in the description. The Photos app has a hidden shortcut for jumping through a large library. Tap the time in the top left corner of your iPhone screen, and you'll jump straight back to the earliest photos and videos in your collection. To return to the default view with your most recent content, tap Library in the bottom left corner, and you'll jump straight back. Here's a hidden gesture that works across apps, although we're using Notes to demonstrate it. If you're working with a bulleted list, swipe right on a bullet point to increase its indentation, or swipe left to decrease it. You can swipe multiple times to indent it even further. It works in Notes as well as apps like Mail and feels completely natural once you know it's there. Maps has a hidden gesture that lets you control the zoom with one hand. Double tap anywhere on the map, but after the second tap, keep your thumb or finger held down. Then swipe down to zoom out or swipe up to zoom in. It's really useful when you're holding your iPhone in one hand and you want to control everything with just your thumb. One gesture your iPhone doesn't make obvious is Shake to undo. Go into Settings, choose Accessibility, then scroll down and tap Touch. From there, turn on Shake to undo. The next time you make a mistake while typing or accidentally delete an email from your inbox, simply shake your iPhone. A prompt will appear asking if you want to undo your last action. Did you know that the sliders that briefly appear on your screen are actually interactive? Press either volume button on the side of your iPhone, then quickly touch the volume slider that appears on the left. You can drag it up or down for much more precise control. The same applies to scroll bars in apps like Safari. When you're scrolling through a long article and the small scroll bar appears on the right, long press it for just a second, then drag it up or down to move through the pages much faster. Most people don't know that you can drag images, text, and even links straight from one app into another without copying and pasting. Long press the item that you want to move and keep holding it with one finger. Then with your other hand, swipe up from the bottom of the screen or use the app switcher to navigate to the app that you want to drop it into. Once you're there, simply let go and it will drop straight in. It takes a little coordination at first, but after you've tried it a couple of times, it becomes second nature and is genuinely quicker than copying and pasting. Here's a bit of a strange copy and paste gesture that hardly anyone seems to know about. In Notes, I've selected some text, and I'm going to use my thumb and two fingers to make a pinching motion on the screen. When I do that, a small copy animation appears at the top. I'll then press return to move down a couple of lines. This time I'm going to use those same 3 fingers and push outwards on the screen. And when I do that, it pastes the content. Safari hides several useful gestures that make managing your tabs much quicker. So to create a new tab, simply swipe left on the address bar at the bottom. This instantly opens a blank tab and is especially useful one-handed because you can do it entirely with your thumb. To view all your tabs, either swipe up on the address bar or double tap the ellipsis. Both gestures take you straight to the All Tabs view. Finally, to close everything at once, long press the blue tick at the bottom while you're in the All Tabs view, then tap Close All. Safari has a hidden gesture for quickly moving between your open tabs. You might need to tap at the bottom of the screen first to make the address bar appear, but once it's visible, swipe left or right along the bar to flip through your open tabs. Spotlight has a useful drag and drop gesture that's really easy to miss. If you search for an app and decide that you'd like it on your home screen, long press it directly in Spotlight, then drag it out and drop it straight onto your home screen. The same works in reverse. If there's an app on your home screen that you no longer want there, long press it and start dragging. Then swipe all the way across to the app library and let go anywhere inside it. This removes the app from your home screen without deleting it from your iPhone. There's a much quicker gesture for moving apps between home screen pages than the one that most people use. Keep one finger pressed on the app that you want to move, then use another thumb or finger to swipe through the pages in the background. You can move between them much more accurately and then drop the app exactly where you want it. Moving apps into folders can feel really fiddly, but there's a hidden gesture that makes it much easier. Keep your original finger pressed down on the app that you're moving, then use another finger or your thumb to tap and open the folder in the background. Once it's open, simply drop the app straight into it. The same gesture also works in reverse when you want to take an app out of a folder. Your iPhone has a hidden gesture that makes reaching the top of the screen much easier with one hand. Go into Settings, then Accessibility, scroll down and tap Touch, then turn on Reachability. You can now use a small flicking motion at the bottom of any screen. The whole screen will drop down, bringing the very top to around halfway down your display, so it's much easier to tap. Settings hides 2 useful gestures for moving back through menus. To go back one page, start right at the very left edge of the screen and swipe across. This only works for going back. You can't swipe from the right to move forwards. If you're several menus deep and you want to jump back further, long press the back button in the top left corner, then choose the exact page that you want to return to. This one's old, but it's a classic. When you're typing, long press the spacebar and move your finger around the keyboard. This turns the bottom half of your iPhone into a trackpad, letting you place the cursor exactly where you want it. But the same gesture can also select text. Long press the spacebar, move the cursor to the start of the text that you want to select, then tap anywhere on the screen with another finger. After that, move your original finger and the text selection bars will appear, allowing you to select precisely the selection that you want. Most people don't know there's a gesture for closing up to 3 apps at once. To open the app carousel, swipe up from the bottom of your screen and hold for a second, then swipe up on an app to close it. Generally, this isn't something that you should need to do. Your iPhone is very capable of managing its resources, and Apple's official advice is that unless an app becomes unresponsive, you shouldn't need to force quit it. But if you do like to close all of your apps every now and then, you don't have to swipe through them one at a time. In the app carousel, place 3 fingers on the 3 apps currently in view, then swipe up with all 3 fingers. Those 3 apps will close instantly, making the process 3 times quicker than closing them individually. So there you go, that was 20 gestures for the iPhone that I reckon most iPhone owners have no idea about. What about you? How many did you know? Did you learn anything new? Drop me a comment and let me know. And as ever, if you found this video useful, do please consider leaving me a like and subscribing to my channel for more content like this in the future. See you on the next video.